Hello and welcome to my first video. I am Tech Boy, and this is the first video of this channel, as I already said, and it is also the first episode of season 1 of my KSP revival series, where I turned KSP 1 into what KSP 2 was supposed to be using mods. Let's jump to the launchpad. This episode will be about getting and scanning a location for the Mun, and introducing the channel upload schedule, and introducing and doing a little discussion video, which will be with everything. When I'm not describing something, I'll have a little discussion about the game. Let's start off with my upload schedule. My upload schedule will be Sunday, the first Sunday of every month, preferably at noon, but this video is late, so it'll be out on 8 maybe, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on March 2nd, 2025. But future videos will come out the first Sunday of every month. And then for the first Sunday of every month, for the rest of that week, the first Sunday, every Sunday after that, for the rest of the month, will be a YouTube short advancing that. For example, for this one, it will be setting up a satellite network. This video is going to be a long one. The future one should be shorter. Yeah, that's the upload schedule. So now for introduction to what was I going to say? Oh yeah, KSP discussion video. So this is going to be a discussion video with the overview of KSP. KSP is a game running with a physics engine very similar to ours, running on a it is focused on space exploration with a huge amount of community, thanks to the fact that it's an indie and sandbox game. The goal is to launch these little green creatures called Kerbals into space. The solar system, the stock solar system in KSP, is based off of ours. So I'm gonna go over the analogs. Moho is the Mercury analog. Eve is the Venus analog. Kerbin is the Earth analog. The Mun is Earth's moon Lune analog. Kerbal is our sun's Sol analog. Duna is the Mars analog. Joule is the Jupiter analog, although some people consider it to also be Uranus analog because it's green, but it's big, so it's really a Jupiter analog. Io is the Pluto analog, and it crosses the orbit of Joule. That's why a lot of people think it's Uranus. Another reason why people think it's Uranus analog. Sorry, Uranus. I hope this doesn't get blocked for saying that. Whatever. Dres is the Cirrus analog, and Kerbals are supposed to be humans. For launch sites, the Kerbal Space Center is supposed to be the Cape Canaveral analog, with the KSC2 is supposed to be the Barkanov analog, which is where Russia launches Roscosmos launches its rockets out of Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan. The game is challenging and technically educational, because it has very similar physics as with orbital mechanics, launch mechanics, astrophysics, and aviation factors. For example, drag, lift, force, inertia, etc. This mod pack, KSP, was created by a Mexican card company called Squad, later bought by Take-Two Interactive Games, who owns the company that created GTA. So KSP is GTA's first cousin one time removed. KSP was then put under the supervision, kind of, if you want to think of it that way, of Private Division, and then put farther down into one of the game studios that Private Division owns, called Intercept Games, which was shut down last year, and we still don't know about which. KSP2 is bought that, but KSP1 is still owned by Take-Two Interactive, because they can still make money off that, but KSP2 is now owned by an unknown buyer. So, let's go a bit into the lore. Kerbin is supposed to be thought to be a future version of Earth, and that's why there's no cities, because we destroyed everything from a nuclear war or something, and humans had to go underwater to survive, eventually becoming Kerbals. Eventually, the pollution went away, and Kerbals were able to launch into space. Although my theory is that it's actually the other way around. Kerbals eventually evolved into humans. Season 1 will be... the series. Season 1 will be the exploration of the Kerbal system, and then the other systems will be their own seasons. This is going to be a long series. I believe 3 seasons. But, it should be fun. Let's talk about what's happening in the game right now, because I don't know what to say next. We are currently landing from a mission via parachute into the water to recover more science. Yeah, let's go back to the lore. Oh, this is actually not lore. I believe this was true. The Easter eggs for example, the monoliths, the squad monoliths, or the Duna's DDTV signal, were originally supposed to be part of a storyline mystery thing that was later canceled and never to be realized. And that they started to do that in KSP2 before it got basically canceled. Oh, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to collect science from these areas, and I have to put all the science experiments on something, so I'm putting it on a rover. This is also a science mode save, because to make this more fast-paced and less boring, I'm not going to do career, because that involves money, and I have to do missions just to get money and contracts and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, not fun. Not fun at all. If the video is weird, or my voiceover is weird, or video editing, it's because I'm still trying to work around this whole YouTuber thing. and learn the tricks of iMovie and presenting myself. I'm just trying not to look like an idiot. But, yeah. Oh, here's a fun fact. I was originally intending this video to be 2 hours and 9 minutes, but I managed to get it shortened down to 34 minutes and 29 seconds. Oh, I have another thing. Let's look how I got into Kerbal Space Program. When I become an adult, I want to become an aerospace engineer. And with that knowledge, I didn't know how to, kind of prepare for that. Because it's not like there's class is explaining this stuff near me. But I was watching YouTube, and it came across a Matt Lown video. Actually, it was a spaceship video. He did a video comparing SFS to KSP, and I found it interesting. I'm like, this is interesting. So eventually, I stumbled across Matt Lown's channel. I fell in love. His videos made me fall in love with the game, eventually buying it for myself. Or my parents got it for me. In retrospect, I probably should have bought it on Steam. But I directly bought it from a private division. What attracts me about this game is how similar it is to real life and how simple the concepts, not simple, how easy to break down the concepts are. And I have actually managed to learn things from this game that might help me out in the future. This game just made me feel so so good, so interested, and I finally found an educational game that was a complete, piece of crap. And we all remember. I mean, some of us know about. Those of you who know what I'm talking about when I say crap education games. Those of you who know about them, I'm referencing the Mario education games, which my friend who is a big Mario fan, never decided everything about Mario, like his like how my friends think I won't say anything bad about Apple. I'm the first one to admit something has flaws, but I also try to play also to its strength. But from what I've heard about the Mario education games, I'm just like, wow, how much money did Nintendo lose? Ah, I. Oh, anyway, back to me and KSP. For a while, I went back to my favorite game, Minecraft, because I started playing with my friends more. But eventually, I saw more videos, and I fell back in love with the game. The reason I stopped playing it for a while is because it got too difficult. But then I saw all these things these YouTubers were able to do, and how cool it looked, and it kind of pushed me back to the game, showing me not to give up. Which I was having a little trouble in school. I usually have very good grades, but things started becoming more difficult. And usually things came so easy to me, I didn't know how to cope with it. But seeing the challenges in this game and helping me push past them, it helped me reacquire my ambition to do well, and it helped me try harder and become a better student. It doesn't have as much of an impact on me as Minecraft did, but I'll talk about that next month. I'm very excited for that. But this game did impact me a lot, and I only thought it fitting that how it's related to what I want to do in the future and how it kind of helped me, eventually kind of ended up helping me in school, I thought it'd be fitting to make it my first video. Try to get it back into the spotlight, I guess. Not saying that, like, I'm not trying to be cocky, like, oh, a lot of people are going to watch this video. I don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like for all this, how much this game has helped me, I could at least add one more video to the KSP section. Oh, and whenever I mention, I thought I might want to mention this. Anytime I mention a YouTuber, I'm going to put a little link card to their channel when I say it. Let's talk about the. I forgot to mention the moons. The moon. There's one moon of Eve Gilly, which is really a captured asteroid. There are two moons of Kerbin, the Mun and Minmus. My screensaver on my phone is actually my first Minmus landing in KSP. Duna has one moon, Ike, which orbits roughly at its geostationary line. So if you try to build a geostationary satellite, Ike will eventually get caught in Ike's gravity. So that those don't really last long. Next would be Jewel. Jewel has one moon. Not one moon. 5 moons. I know what I'm talking about. Bop, Pole, Val. Not to be confused with Valentina Kerman. Leith, Tylo, and Tylo. Yeah, 5. Kerbin is orbit roughly is near its asteroid belt, which is a little bit of a annoying thing. Oh, future hint, just letting you guys know this. If you're going to run KSP, it can run on a MacBook. You might want to I recommend like a MacBook, an M2 if you're going with like 16 gigabytes of RAM, because this game is intensive because it has a physics engine similar to real life. But if you're running with mods, you're going to need like a desktop and really good cooling. For example, when I built my PC, which I got as a graduation gift for 8th grade, graduation to high school, I centered a lot of my design around making sure it could run games like Minecraft and KSP, especially KSP, because Minecraft can run basically on anything, but I want to make sure I had enough RAM to run Minecraft mods, but I want to make sure it can run KSP with mods, because that's also really intensive. I should probably talk about what's happening in the video right now. That might be relatively important. I don't know, what am I doing? Oh, I'm trying to get orbit around Mun so I can get more science. I probably should talk slower, because now I ran out of things to talk about. That's the thing I have to work on. Oh, let's do a little bit about me. Let's see. Oh, my favorite game is Minecraft. My favorite play is Hamilton. My favorite TV series is The Rookie. My favorite music artist is Connor Price. My favorite song is Spinnin' by Connor Price and Benz. Oh, and if I reference like a video or anything, not just because of what I just said, but I will leave a link to that video also. Anyway, back to about me. I am a main Apple user, but I also use Windows. And and for my birthday, I'm hoping to get this the stuff required so I can build my own Ubuntu server, so I can run Minecraft on any KSP, not KSP, but Minecraft and a Homebridge. I'm gonna make sure I have a lot of storage so I can do server backups. Oh, my favorite planet is Mars. My favorite color is blue. My second favorite game is KSP. Let's see, what else? Oh, my favorite movie franchise. My favorite movie franchise is Star Wars. I do not like Amazon electronic products because they are just annoying. Oh, I have for my hardware. I should probably go over that. I'm gonna leave a link to the description, but I don't have it. But I'm having problems figuring out what to talk about. So let's just temporarily go to that. I have a 4.0 sound system, which I finally figured out how to set up. I have a desktop with a mid-tower case, AMD Ryzen 7 73 78 7800X, think, or maybe it's 7300. Anyway, 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, a B650M gigabyte gaming X AX V2 gaming X gaming AX V2 motherboard, and an MSA monitor. My speakers are the two speakers in the back of my chair. It is a GT player chair. I have two creative Pebble V3, or I have not two, but I have a Pebble V3 speakers for the front. My sound card is a Creative Sound Blaster Audigy RX V2. And I just decided to look at the video for a second. I saw glitch. Yeah, I don't know why, but KHP enjoys having visual glitches. I don't know why. Kraken attacks. Oh, the Kraken! I probably should have brought that up. The Kraken is the nickname for what us in the KSP community, uh, anyone in the KSP community who's already in the KSP community knows this, but for people who aren't and just saw this video, this is like, you're not in the KSP community, but they just saw this video. The Kraken is the creature that we not exactly blame, but say is the reason for all the glitches in KSP. For example, like a Kraken attack is like when your ship, like a part from your ship, randomly blows up when you get out of time warp. That's the central reason why I use quick saves. Actually, the only reason I use quick saves, because Kraken attacks. Like how you saw me accidentally make a mistake with staging or something. I don't know, but you saw me have an escape system. Oh, anyways, computer specs. I have a Hex Gears A3 keyboard. I'm 3D printing a Bamboo Lab mouse. I have a HyperX keyboard, gel rest, and a gel rest mouse pad, so I don't get carpal tunnel. the carpal tunnel syndrome. Alright, I have a Nexigo, not saying Mexico, Nexigo, with an N, Nexigo camera. I have a, what is this? Yoda Master, a USB splitter. And I believe that's all my PC specs. My hardware and PC specs. Oh, and I have a Mac M2 with 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage. That's it. That's all. I just remembered something for the About Me. My favorite book series is Wings of Fire. With my favorite book being, I'm gonna say probably book 6, Moon Rising. No, sorry. When the characters I really like from that book, and that's when it was technically introduced into the series. I meant Legends Dark Stalker, Legends Dark Stalker. That's my favorite book. I'm doing just fine on my own. I swear I'm not crazy. We are currently launching this satellite out of a polar orbit because I have to launch it because it has to be in a polar orbit to do scanning. Oh, I forgot to edit out this pause. Oh, please hold. Yeah, I just went in to edit the clip, and it's not worth it because I'd have to remove everything I just said while I was waiting. It's just like a couple seconds, I guess. Anyway, here's the launch. I have Trajectories mod installed. For that, if that's the little red X is, I will leave a list to the config file for CKAN and the Modlist in a Google Doc with the Modlist on it. Oh, and I just remembered something else. I on my computer, probably important. I have a 1.5 terabyte HDD that I had got from an old HP multimedia server my dad gave me, and that was the only one of the few salvageable things I could find from it. It was in a garage for a couple of years, so I guess water damage onto the motherboard. Anyway, what was I going to say about my computer? Oh yeah, the other thing. I have a gigabyte graphics card with a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 GPU. Oh, if you're wondering what a difference between a graphics card and a GPU is, because I recently learned what that is. That there's a difference. The graphics card is the big thing with the board. I don't know what it's called. It's not a motherboard. With the graphics card board, or the board that the GPU goes on, along with the fans and all the cooling stuff. The GPU is the chip that goes on the board that actually processes everything. I have 4 fans, 3 in the front, 1 in the back. The one in the back is a cool air intake fan, and the three in the front are a hot warm air exhaust fan. A fan. It also draws in cool air from the bottom for the PCU that goes up into the case and gets drawn out. And I have an AAO cooler with the radiator at the top that draws in cool air at the top and spits it out the bottom, and it also gets exhausted. So basically, I have a lot of fans bringing cold air in and 3 taking it out. Oh, we have less than 4 minutes left in this video. Just talking, I didn't even notice. Oh, I don't know. I already said that. Never mind. Oh, what I want to be when I grow up. I am 14. I'm turning 15 on April 28th, which is my birthday. And I'm going to see I think I'm going to do, I think we're going to do hibachi with my friends or something. I don't know. I forgot what I was going to do. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. What I want to be when I grow up. For college, I want to go to Caltech just to get my master's and get my master's degree in aerospace engineering. I'm trying to think about what I could say without violating the contract they made with my parents to have my YouTube channel. Oh, and after college, I want to have my own aerospace engineering company called Tec Industries Aerospace, which is the name of my company in the save file. And it's, anyway, the logo. So, Tec Industries is the overbranching company name to the point of the fact that, there's big companies out there, and to really get money to eventually expand space exploration, I want to have an airline called Tec Industries Airlines that uses Tec Industries Aerospace planes. Anyway, so the T is the blue part. So if you look at the blue, it's a T, and if you do the blue and the yellow, it's an I, which is Tec Industries, and then the A in the logo for the space agency, in KSP, if the red thing creates an A when it intersects the yellow line. Because blue is my first favorite color, yellow is my second favorite color, and red is my third favorite color. Yeah, my top 3 favorite colors are primary colors of pigment, not light. The primary colors of light are red, green, blue, or RGB. It would appear that we great. Okay, good. This video is almost done here because I am running out of things to talk about. Oh, if you're wondering how I just got into orbit, I didn't cheat. I looked in I had to pause the video because I had to stop and go somewhere and then finish it, but I forgot to press record. But good thing I checked because then I got back to this, so yeah. But now we are scanning. Anyway, we finished scanning the lunar surface, and we picked out a base location. I don't know if you saw it there quickly. I might have edited that part out, but anyway, end of the video. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton. See you later. Tech Boy signing off.